Modelo. Ew.
It's like all the fabric and then just a can.
Hell yeah. That RB power. Should be moved. What's up, y'all? So decided to do a little last minute thing with the car. Decided I'm gonna just shoot a video real quick just to kind of let you guys know what I'm doing, since I kind of finally settled out here in Texas, and I'm finally able to get into this storage unit and at least do something to the car. Going to the homie Gabe's house kind of motivated me to kind of get back out here to at least do something. Luckily it's not like freezing cold right now. We just had the first fake winter. Now we got this little warm week, and then after that it should be like freezing cold, but I kind of prepare myself for that anyways, so I'm gonna still try to get through this cold winter trying to do stuff to the car. Anyways, yeah, I got some stuff that I need to do to the car before I start driving again for a long time. I wouldn't say a long time, but I would say, as you see, you know, I got a few little upgrades. This little center carbon piece right here. Anyways, there's a little rear bumper. I don't know if I'm gonna run that still. Anyways, yeah, I'm out here in the little storage unit. Very limited on space right now, as you can see. The thing is, for, I don't even know, I would say like the last maybe 5 drift events that I did, I actually had like some smell of gas coming from the back of the car. I wasn't really sure what it was. I know it was for sure something leaking. I just couldn't really tell you what was leaking and why. You know, I was like, you know, it's not leaking that bad. I don't see any fluid, you know, spitting around and stuff and making a mess. I don't see anything dripping. The car hasn't caught on fire since I've been driving it. And I was like, let's just keep driving then. And so now when I had brought the car here to Texas, I had noticed some leaking going on back here. When I was looking under the car, you can kind of see there was some leaking going on right here, kind of right above the gas tank. And so you can see like little dry spots right now. But yeah, so what had happened was, you can actually kind of see it right now. When I was trying to make a little battery box mount section here, originally I had a different box mount before it broke. I had it shifted over here, and so you can see one of the holes out of the 4 that I had. I just did some self-tap holes to hold it. As you can see now, it's kind of loose, so it's not really doing the job anymore, so I'm actually gonna have to weld it this time. But yeah, the first time when I had drilled holes into it, the screws I used actually happened to be too long, And so you can see down here, you can actually see this screw right here. This is one of the self-tap screws that is holding my little battery box right now. And so there is the other one right here. This one's a little bit shorter. I used shorter ones this time, but the ones I was using was about this long right here. This is another one. So I was using some long ones like that, and I totally wasn't thinking and realized, you know, how close everything is to the damn gas tank. So, you know, I think I punctured a hole in there. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna drop the tank to figure out what's going on up in there, but I'm pretty sure I punctured a hole in here somewhere, because the fluid is dropping, is leaking from the top going all the way down, and it's showing like all right here. So I think the last 3 events that I did, I turned out okay driving. You know, I smelled the gas, but I figured it was just something else that was going on. It wasn't nothing major. Now that I'm actually trying to do another season of drifting, and I haven't really even dealt with it, and I'm noticing that there is some actual leaking going on down there, I'm just gonna deal with it. So today I'm going to drop the tank tonight. This storage unit, it's already 8 o'clock, so I only have a few hours to get this done because they close the gates at 10. If I don't make it at 10, I might as well just stay here all night and get it done. But I bought some JB Weld. I'll show you guys all that stuff, all the materials I use to, if I need to use it. I need to just drop the tank to see what, if I punctured a hole into it for sure, confirm that, figure out where my leaks are coming from, and then seal it up just as a cheap modification for now until I figure out what I'm really going to do. These gas tanks are getting pretty expensive. I think I saw one for like $700 on Facebook, and he's not close at all. I think he's like a few hours out. So I'm gonna just do a little cheap modification for right now to get me through this season, and then figure out the next plan from there. So we're gonna drop that hopefully tonight before the storage unit closes at 10. The gates close at 10. And if I'm stuck in here, I'm just going to keep going because I still have some transmission leaks that I will also talk about later once I get there. But for now, we're just dropping the tank. So since I'm on a crunch time here, I'm not going to be able to really video record all my actions going on down here. But I'm just going to show you what it takes to get this tank off the car. So, of course, you got these gas tank straps right here, these 2 main ones that hold it all up. You can already see there's a bolt right here. I think that might be a 17. I'll have to circle back around to that. And then there's another one here, so you want to drop that front one, and I think it just dangles. Yeah, I think it just dangles right there, so I would just leave it dangling. And then you take this one, here's one here, which is kind of behind the subframe. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get to that. So I will show you guys once I get to that. But I may just be able to leave that there and then just take this one. I don't know. We'll get there. We'll see what I can do. But there's also a bolt right here too. So if you want to just take out all the straps, there's a bolt behind that. I think these straps are pretty I think they're like aluminum, so they don't just like flap down, but you can still bend them up and take them out. So I will let you know what I do when I get to that point. But yeah, you pretty much just want to take these 4 straps off. You don't want to do that first though. You probably want to get the there's like these covers right here, like protection covers behind the rear wheel where the gas tank bottleneck is, where you fill up in there. There's a bolt holding that in place. So there's a bolt right there that you need to take. I think that might be like a 10. You take that off, you move this little plastic covers out the way, and then you take these straps out, and then the tank just drops. And you also want to take off your your gas tank hoses, not your gas tank, your fuel pump hoses here. I will definitely like label these first, which ones feed and return. Instead of doing all the markering and lettering, I'm just gonna do like blue and green tape. That way I know which one is which. I'm gonna put blue tape here, green tape on the hard line, and then blue tape to match on the hose and green tape to match on the other hose. That way I just know green is green, blue is blue. We throw it back on, and there's also a breather hose right here. I think that will just need to be disconnected from the tank. So I'm probably just gonna drop it first, and then just access it from dropping it instead of taking the cover off from the fuel pump. I don't know. We'll see what I do right now. But yeah, I mean it's that simple. If you want to be the safe guy and not rush it, do it right. Yeah, I was running over my phone. But yeah, if you want to be a safe guy, you just remove, your connections here from the fuel pump. Take off the 3 hoses, the breather hose, the feed and return. Make sure you label those so you know which is which. Definitely disconnect the battery, get all that wiring out the way, and then just remove all the fuel lines from the fuel pump. You can keep the fuel pump on there. I'm going to keep mine on there just for now, and then I'm going to drop the tank and figure out where it's all leaking from. So that's simple. I'm going to drop her now with the time that I have left and keep you guys posted until I get to the next step. Peace. All right, so my little wiring setup is pretty janky. But normally you have like your OEM fuel pump plug right here that you disconnect, and then take off these 4 10 mils to remove this so that you can get to the fuel pump. And of course I will label your fuel pump. I'm just gonna try to do some blue tape here and green tape here, and then tape around this these fuel pump hoses, and then disconnect them, and then remove the fuel tank, because this fuel pump is wired in here, and I don't really have a way to like disconnect everything. So that's why the fuel pump is coming out. Just because, yeah, it's not really a way to disconnect it anywhere else. So you're just gonna have to remove it so you can drop the tank, and then just label your hoses so you know which one's which when you put it back on. And yeah, let's get that. Trying to show you guys the limited space and the limited lighting that I have in here. As you can see, I don't have any lights. I don't have any plugs in here for me to plug in any lights. So I'm kind of bummed. That's all I have is the outside one. But of course, as you see, it's not doing any justice for me in the inside. So you guys saw the difference. Shout out to the Milwaukee boys. This light is actually pretty clutch. It is way better than the Amazon, Instagram looking LED strip ones. Those are more comfortable, but this is like, it'll last longer, way brighter. It's got all these different modes. So shout out to Milwaukee for that. But it's gonna help me do the job. So let's get to it. So you can see, got the tank out. That's the 340 pump that I installed there. As you can see, I have plenty of gas in there. Too much gas. Well, I wouldn't say too much gas, but I think that's what started really making it leak, is because I had so much gas in here. Normally when I was drifting, I only had like a quarter tank. I think I put a half in here, or a little over a half. And so yeah, so this tank's gonna be really heavy trying to drop it. I'm gonna try to drop it tonight on my own, carefully. Worst case, I'm gonna have to like figure out how to get the oil out of there, and or not oil, get the gas out of that tank, and then drop it. But we'll see. I have the jack here. I'm trying to be careful and not puncture it. Use some tools around here to make sure it'll drop easy, and yeah, go from there. So all right, so for this cover right here for the gas neck, filler neck, whatever you want to call it, there's this little thing right here this plastic piece that's a covering the neck, you got to remove. There's like a 10. There is a 10 right. Oh, I can't even show you. There's a 10 bolt right up there. Then you got your 10. This is the gas neck, and then there's a 10 mil bolt right there that you got to remove for the section that mounts and holds it. And then of course get your rubber pieces to remove to drop the neck here. And the neck is connected to the tank. So once you get your straps and your hose is disconnected and that disconnected, you'll be able to drop this thing. So I don't know, you maybe want to move your exhaust out the way to make it easier for you for a complete drop, but I'm just going to keep mine on there. Less work to do, right? All right, so we're back out here for round 2. Yeah, I ended up just being too late, and then I got home, got caught up doing some other stuff. Tried to be here at 6, but you know, I was struggling to get up. Got everything disconnected, besides the straps, and I think it's just 2 17s, or just take your 17 mil, and you should be able to get all 4 bolts and drop them down. So let's get to them. Make sure that it is a 17. Yep. So your 17 mil, and just hit them all 4. I'm probably gonna leave the one that's under the subframe right there, and see if I can just drop it with these 3 disconnected. So we'll see how we do when we get there. There's one right here too. 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna hit this one right here right now. So we'll see how I do. Yeah, I mean this breaker and the ratchet are just not working for me. It's a little too slow. I'm trying to get this done quicker, so I figured going through all my junk over there, I could bring the bad boy out. Found her. Luckily she wasn't too deep in, so we're about to put it to work. All right, so tank is dropped. I actually ended up not having to touch that strap, that bolt on that strap, and the bolts up front of that strap. So just kind of a diagonal boom, boom, hit those 2, and then slowly drop your tank. So that was pretty easy. But yeah, so we already found the issue where my leaking was coming from. Man, this thing is dirty. But yeah, so as you can see, I punctured my hole right there. Man, that's a big hole too. Yeah, that's just from me doing a self tap for my battery box, thinking that was going to be the solution. It was temporarily, but as you can see, I've caused myself more issues. So man, I got some junk up in here. What the hell is that? I don't know what this is. Well, I don't know what this is, but if y'all know, let me know. I'm pretty sure it might be from my tank leveler. But yeah, that was just sitting in my tank. That's crazy. Okay. Well, anyways, for now, she's out. I'm gonna use some JB Wheel to seal her up. I do want to clean her, but I don't really have anything to clean her with right now. So I don't know. We'll see what I do. Maybe I can take her to the pressure washer or something. I would like to figure out what to do with the gas. But anyways, yeah, tank is dropped. So gonna get her at least sealed for right now, and then probably throw it back up there. So this tank was very dirty, like on the outside. The inside looks okay. I'm kind of already getting some dirt in there, so gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, man, I mean, like, from all this off-roading I was doing, and you know, just a daily drove the car for a bit, this thing is grimy. Already started. You can already see the dirt all over the ground and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to clean her up I just wanted to show you guys what it's looking like right now at the moment. Maybe order another one of these gaskets, even though I just bought this one like, I don't know, 6 months ago. But yeah, then I know I have like a strip screw here. I might have to see if I can try to get that self-tapped or re-tapped. I don't know, maybe get rid of these. I don't know, I'm gonna just try to clean her up, get her sealed up real good before I start using it again. So just want to show you that before I start doing more work to it. Damn, mad at my old self, man. Like, past me was dumb as heck. So I'm gonna try to do better this time, and not do something like that. And just for you guys to know to not be doing self taps right under the gas tank, especially on this side where it's higher. Maybe this side, maybe. Just weld it. Just weld your freaking battery box if you're doing it in the trunk. And just look how dirty and grimy this stuff is. I like dirt and rocks and whatnot. I've already started like brushing it, so most of this is already dirt that was stuck on there. I was just brushing it down to get it off. Yeah, this is just a mess, man. A mess. I decided to buy these gas tanks just to siphon the gas out of the gas tank from the car, so I can decide, well, for one, have an easier install when I'm putting it back up there, but two, I'll kind of want to figure out what I'm going to do exactly, if I want to clean up the rust or anything on here, debris and stuff, and then, you know, repaint it before I put it back on, or just leave it as is. So I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do that or not. Yeah, I mean, it'll be easier to install if I take out that fluid anyways. So about to get back in here and get the part 2. Man, this looks so cool without the gas tank. Some race car stuff for real. But yeah, I need to get down to the drive shaft and remove that so I can put my coupler collar and my transmission seal. I think I'm having a leak there. So for some reason, yeah, I'm low on fluid from my transmission. I'll show you that. I'll show you that later on when I get to it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing next. Because it's kind of funny because this is on here. It's a multi-purpose utility jug, but it literally says no gas. But I've seen guys at the track use these all the time, so I'm pretty sure I'm cool. But that's just kind of funny how it's on there. I was a little confused for a second. I was like, wait, do they have like a gas one and a non-gas one? Like, what? But my friend had a good point that these little filler necks, they don't really have like a stopper to stop the fluid, a valve system to kind of stop the fluid. It's just a wide open valve with a cap on it, or a filler neck with a cap on it. So that's probably why they don't want you to use it for gas, because there's no way to stop the gas from leaking, getting exposed if it's exposed. So